Hello everyone, Mr. Stevens here with another video in our earning money unit. This time we're looking at overtime and special allowances. The main thing we're going to be focusing on here though is overtime. But by the time we're done here, you should be able to calculate overtime pay. And there's going to be two types of overtime pay that we work with. They're either going to be time and a half. I've written it out up here in the key fact. Time and a half, which is multiplying by 1.5, or double time, which is multiplying your pay by 2. Fairly straightforward. And we're also going to look at special allowances, things like hazard pay, working at heights, wet weather pay, that will add on an extra amount to a person's wage. So let's just write some brief definitions here. Overtime is additional pay for working beyond normal hours. And you might like to include this in your definition as well. Overtime will usually either be time and a half, pay times 1.5, or double time, pay times 2. So when we're talking about special allowances, we are talking about extra pay for working in difficult or dangerous conditions. For example, you might be a builder that gets paid, $25 an hour. But if you have to work at a height, you might get paid a little bit extra on top of that. We're also going to see some questions about casual work, which is kind of similar to wages, where set amount paid for hours worked, but the difference, the thing specific to casual work is that there's no guarantee of time worked. So you get paid a set amount for each hour worked. This definition is not that important for you to write down, but it's important for you to be familiar with the term. And I think a lot of you already will be, because if you have a job yourself, there's a decent chance it's casual work. So yeah, here's the overtime rates. If you haven't already written it down, I'm going to say please write it down now. Let's jump into some questions though. Our friend John here works for a construction company. His wage during a normal week for 40 hours is $16 an hour. And in this particular week, he's worked his 40 hours and then 3 extra hours where he gets time and a half, and 1 extra hour where he gets double time. So let's work out his wage is going to be his normal pay so this is his normal pay, 40 hours at $16 an hour. We're going to add on his time and a half pay. So he works 3 hours, $16 an hour times time and a half. and then he works 1 hour at double time. If we pop that all into our calculator, you might want to also include brackets here so your calculator doesn't get confused. Add that all up, it comes to $744. And so again, we're going to make a statement in words that makes it very clear that we know exactly what the answer means. John's wage that week is $744. Alright, let's calculate some casual pay with some overtime. Milan is employed on a casual basis. His rate of pay is $15 per hour plus time and a half on Saturday and double time on Sunday. We're going to have to look at the hours that he works during the week and then the hours that he works on Saturday and Sunday. So let's start with his normal weekly work. He works 4 hours on Monday and he works 5 hours on Thursday. Oh, sorry, I read that wrong. He works 4 hours on Thursday. So that's all we need for his normal pay. 4 hours on Thursday. Now, on Saturday, he works 4.5 hours. So he gets his time and a half. I'm not going to write out time and a half. I'm just going to write it like that. And then on Sunday, he works another 4 hours. So again, we just pop it in our calculator. And his total pay for this week comes to $281.25. And don't forget to make it clear you know what you are answering. Yeah, so most of what we're going to be doing in these questions is you'll work out what the normal pay is, you'll work out the time and a half pay, you'll work out the double time pay, you'll work out what any special allowance pay is, add it all up together, and that's the total pay for the week or fortnight or whatever it can be. You guys are going to practice this. You'll see a lot of different scenarios in these questions. So if you are struggling with any of it, just feel free to stick your hand up. Otherwise, you guys can go ahead and get started. Thank you.